this is year 4 for Artlysium. I don't consider myself like a master painter or artist extraordinaire or nothing. I'm just an artist who paints his pain away on canvases. So, I mean, I look at what I want to create, and then I create my version of it every time, and I always add to it. And sometimes I add too much, sometimes I add too little. But I'm always free with my art. I started painting when my cousin came by one day. I don't know where, it was like a couple years ago. Like 3 or 4 years ago, maybe. Yeah, like 3 or 4, probably like 4 or 5 years ago now. But anyway, we were, smoking, and you smoking some good weed, you're like, yep. She got me thinking about some shit. And at the time I was a rapper. I've been rapping since 2000 since I was in the 10th grade. Probably even before then, probably into middle school, actually, to be honest. Yeah, I was rapping back then. So, but I didn't start taking it serious until 2012. So, always making music, always in my room, always just rapping, just finding random beats I've heard other people rap on, and just speak my mind. Always speaking my mind. So, so yeah, he came by and was like, yeah, man, we gonna come and make a song or whatever, and then I'm gonna, bring a canvas and we're gonna paint. I was like, okay, cool. So we painted, and that one of my first canvases got completed and kept it, and I didn't know what to do with it. So after that, I started doing poster boards. I believe I did maybe probably like 50 poster boards that I only sold like 2 or 3 of those. But I did like 50 poster boards, and I was just painting, buy more poster boards, paint, buy more poster boards, paint. And then I was going to festivals, trying to sell them, and just trying different things. And one day I was trying to get some information from Chris James about his experience with visiting the Millionaire that lives in Atlanta. So he just came back, or just started going to Atlanta, and just came back, and it was like giving consultations about redefine your success and a whole bunch of different things. And I knew I couldn't make the event, so I was like, okay, let me reach out to him, just hit him up. He's like, hey, I want to meet with you and talk with you. So I went and met with him. It was like 2016, early 2015, late 2015. And I was at the House of Art, and I pulled over with a trunk full of art, and he said, bring your stuff out, and he's got an artist to meet that I can meet, and he bridged the gap. So I pulled up, pulled out my art out, and met with him, talked with him for about at least an hour, and we talked about his experience with a curator, a person who sells art, gallery owner, and not a person who owns an art gallery, but the difference between why owning an art gallery and selling art. The difference between owning an art gallery and selling art. So basically what we talked about was that people who purchased the art from the guy that was a millionaire did not know that he was black, and they did not know that by him not actually selling his artwork inside of a gallery did not make it a business, or him I would say just basically an artist. Because what he did was he painted it, got the print of what he painted, took the print of what he painted, put it on canvases that could be manufactured, sold them to companies such as like big name companies and all kind of big name stores, and all of his stuff has been sold everywhere. And they have websites, they have different things that promote the business but never the person, so they don't know who actually makes the prints. They just assume that it's in Walmart's and Sam's, it's in all these big name stores. It's a white person who makes it, and it ended up being a black person. And he knows, Chris explained to me that the guy said that if they knew that he was black, then they wouldn't have purchased the work, and it wouldn't have sold as much, and it wouldn't have done what he wanted it to do. So that was big mind blowing for me because I was like, yeah, Artlysium could do that. Artlysium doesn't have to be solely a face for me. I could make Artlysium for other people and not just be my face seen all the time carrying the torch of the brand. So that was eye opening. The second eye opening part of it was the art gallery. It's not used to sell art, but to create a following. So having an art gallery, you find collectors, you build collectors because they now know where to find you. So you can't build an art gallery without people who purchase art. So you go out to a lot of different festivals, you find people who like your art, then you advertise your location to where you are to those who like your art, and then that's how art galleries work, and that's how they sell. So if you don't have anybody that likes your art, random people may come in every once in a while to see it, look at it, gawk at it, like, oh, this should look good, but then they'll buy anything, they walk out. So you're not making a living, and then slowly but surely the gallery will close if you can't pay the bill. So the third thing that I took from it was meeting other artists. Meeting other artists, getting information from other artists, and working with other artists are important when you're trying to learn something in a particular field. So he introduced me to a guy named Stacy McKinney, which is crazy now because now I work with his sister in a different location, just years later from when I actually met him. To now, pretty much with a big inspiration, seeing his work eye opens. I'm just like, whoa, he's on a different level when it comes to just painting and creating. So he looked at my work. It was a good meeting. He looked over everything and then he started giving me tips and pointers, just basic tips. He's like, if you don't paint on cardboard and you paint on canvases, then you already have something that you could sell, because you could take a canvas and hang it on the wall, and you don't need to buy a frame. You don't need to certain things you just don't have to worry about by painting on canvases. And so that's why canvases exist. And so I was like, okay. So what my cousin Dustin had already pretty much instilled in buying the canvas and bringing it to me, I realized, okay, that was the way to stick with it, because I already had that canvas, but I ended up switching from canvas to paper because I didn't know any better, and that's what I was comfortable with. So after he told me that, I was like, okay, from here on out, never buy another cardboard, no poster boards, none of that. I'm only doing canvases from here on out only. And then he said, anything that you paint, you want to define your work where it stands out from everything else, because I had a lot of colors, a lot of different things that were blended together, and it didn't look like it was something. And so he was like, take a black and outline your work, define your work, make it stand out from the rest of the background. So that simple concept pretty much took me from nothing to everything. So after that, I ended up painting maybe 50 paintings after that day. Painted 50 paintings, and then I was thinking, like, okay, so now that I got all these paintings, now I can go somewhere, set up, get a table, set up somewhere, and sell the art, because I don't know how to. I need to do it to learn how not to. So that's how I always am. I'm gonna do it and learn why this was wrong, and I'm gonna learn from it. So I took the art out to the river market, and it just turned out to be like a Memorial Day weekend, and I ended up selling maybe 4 or 5 paintings that day. And I came out there with nothing, maybe $10. It was $5 to have the space. So I came out there late, barely made it. I had a trunk full of art, and had some t-shirts and some hats. I had a whole bunch of stuff. And so what happened was setting up during that time, maybe 3 or 4 hours had passed, and it was maybe an hour before they closed. They let you stay out there from 6 to 3. So at the last hour at 2 o'clock, I got my first sale. I was like, I've been out here since 6 a.m. I've been out here since 6 a.m. I got up early just to come out there, work hard, and set up everything, and talk to so many different people. I talked to maybe over 100 some different people, because there was just a lot of people out there. Everybody had intention to buy something when they talk to you. They're like, oh yeah, I love it. I'll come back and get it. This and that. Blah, 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 blah. And I got a lot of that. And I was just excited. Handing out business cards, just excited. And I was like, these people are not coming back. I like said 4 or 5 hours, like 2 hours passed. I'm like, yeah, they're not coming back. And I'm still meeting a lot of different people. So, right when I was starting to get ready to start trying to clean up, because I was like, hey, it's an hour left. It closes at 3. It's 2 o'clock. I had made a sale. I had a lot of people talk to me, so there's a lot of inspiration just by, hearing people talk to me. And it was like a spark or something. It was crazy because Chris had came down there. He was like, hey, what's up, man? And I talked to him, and he was just, asking me how I was doing today. And, did I make a lot of sales? And at the time, I had only made 1 sale. It was like, I actually just made a sale, but that's all I've made all day. So I sold a T-shirt to one of the other vendors. They were there. Their daughter wanted the T-shirt, so they bought one of my Artlysium shirts. And one of my vintage Artlysium chicken shirts. I had Artlysium chicken shirts. They were tight. I need to bring those chicken shirts back. But, yeah, so I sold the shirt, and then my cousin came out and brought some of his paintings, and he ended up selling one for like $100 that day, and then I ended up selling like maybe like $50 something like $50 or something worth of art. And remember, I came out there with $10. It's $5 user space. So I was like, damn, if I leave right now at 2 o'clock, I'm gonna be down $5 and hours and time, and it was hot, and ended up leaving like $40-$50. So I was like, cool. So I came out the next weekend and made $100 and never stopped after that. I was just like, okay, shit, I can paint when I get time and when I'm thinking about it, and take it down to the downtown River Market for $5, set up a spot and sell my art, and met a whole bunch of different people who enjoy art, who had a lot to talk about. And that was the start of everything. It started in 2016, going down to the River Market. 2015, just selling art, period. I went to River Market, went to Arts Fest in Conway. Just all over the place. I can't even think of all the different places. Memphis, Tennessee, Dallas, Texas, Orlando, Florida, Miami, Florida, Galveston, Houston, Austin, Texas. That's all over the place. Oklahoma City, Mississippi, Alabama. There's different places we've been that I've always been able to just meet people. Selling art out of my trunk. I always have a trunk full of art. Most times I have like art in my trunk, and pretty much I'm still learning on how to protect it, because there's just a whole bunch of paintings in there and they kind of like scratch and scrape each other. So I'm working on that preservation. But yeah, for Inclination, we're gonna be on the streets. We're gonna be on the ground. We're gonna be, I'm gonna have posters, flyers, business cards, all kind of different things just for the movie. Going to meet a lot of different people, hand-to-hand transactions as far as selling tickets, and tickets are on sale online. That'll be on Artlysium.com website. I got an album coming out. I actually got 2 albums that's in the works, but one is coming out this year, Inclination soundtrack, movie soundtrack. And then I have another official album. I have the Inclination movie soundtrack, which is it's gonna be an accumulation of a couple different artists that are in the movie as well, that sing and rap. So I rap, so I'm like, hey, let's work together. Let's make some things since you also do music. So I'm gonna make a movie soundtrack with the single of that soundtrack will be the song titled Inclination, which matches the movie Inclination. All packaged together, and then that also will be on a separate album, and it's gonna be all me, and it's just gonna be titled Inclination. So that's exciting. I have videos planned. You know, a whole bunch of stuff coming. Stay tuned. Artlysium Productions is growing. Happy about that. A lot more work to be done. A lot more films to be made. A lot more music to be made. A lot more art to be made. A lot more everything to be made. Until I die. Artlysium forever. Art heavy. Brian Hill checking in. I got more books coming too. So, you know, go check out that Broken World novel. The very first one.